think you may be getting another but rare buying opportunity in advanced micro devices. One of my favorite semiconductor companies, which is also better known as AMD. Under the leadership of Lisa Su, AMD has transformed itself from a maker of second-rate processors and graphics chips into a high-performance chip maker that can go toe-to-toe with Intel or NVIDIA. And the company keeps taking market share left and right. That's why the stock's up 114% year-to-date. But AMD got hit today, sinking 3.6% after boutique research firm downgraded it based on valuation concerns. You know what? I think they're missing the point. And the stock is a buy. So let's dig in deeper with one of the most bankable execs in the world, Lisa Su, the president and CEO of AMD, to get a better sense of the incredible story and the turnaround 5 years deep. Lisa Su, welcome back to Mad Money. Lisa, congratulations. It's been 5 years, $80, I count, to $39. Should we call that a successful journey, or should we talk about product and success?
You know, Jim, it's great to be here, especially with you here in San Francisco. Look, I'm really excited about, what we've done over the last 5 years. It is all about product. As I say, we are about bringing high-performance computing to these great markets,
right.
And we've had a good run. We've had a good run.
Well, it's more than that. You've inspired your team. I can talk about nuts and bolts. I can look at debt and leverage as another way to look at how you've made the balance sheet great. That was one of your priorities when you came in. Gross margins getting better and better. I know the holy grail is to get it to 63, 64. Could that happen?
The key for us is to continue our focus on, product generation after product generation. So when you look at the markets that we are going after, the data center market, fantastic market. Everybody needs more computing horsepower,
right.
Gaming, PCs, and, our goal is, again, we're on a journey. But we've made good progress on ensuring that we have leadership products. And with that, everything else comes, including margins, including balance sheet, and all that stuff.
Well, I want to talk about that because recently you reported a quarter was a really great quarter, and the stock goes from 33 down to 31 as people think it's bad. And then, of course, it goes right to 40 because it was a good quarter. There have been 14 dips similar, 14 dips since you came in. All obviously opportunities since we're seeing you at all-time highs. But one of the things I think people don't understand is the product. And we're going to take a travelogue. You're going to take me around Italy. Tell me what you have.
All right, cool. Well, look, the thing about semiconductors and chips, and you know this really well, is we have to make bets, 3 to 5
right.
years in advance to really decide, hey, where's the world going? And so when you look at data centers, whether you're talking about the biggest data centers that, Google
right.
or Microsoft or Amazon build, we want to be the guts inside that because everybody needs, more computing horsepower.
Right. So you create a Rome, you create a Naples, you create a Milan.
You know my product
that's
names.
my Italian technology. That's why I'm doing the travelogue. I think it's important because in order for people to buy the 14th, 15th, and 16th dip, they have to know that Rome wasn't built in a day, but is loved by Microsoft. That Azure loves Naples. That Amazon Web Services loves Naples. These things matter. And we got to tell that story because otherwise what happens, people say it's momentum and there's nothing there. These are just revolutionary for not just AMD, but for anybody.
We've made some really good decisions, our roadmap. So now I have to talk about our cities.
Thank you.
It does go Naples, Rome, Milan. We're right now in the middle of our Rome launch. It's
right.
our second generation data center chip. And what it really allows us to do is just do a lot more computing with less power and less cost. And so, when we think about...
That is the holy grail. People have to understand that. It doesn't run hotter, cheaper, and powerful.
That's right. It's all about total cost of ownership in these systems. And, the nice thing about it is it applies to big and small things, Jim. So, high-performance computing. We won the world's, biggest installation that we're going to have with Frontier at Oak Ridge National Labs. That's a huge supercomputer. This is the stuff that you can use in your back office as well. And so we're really excited about the data center market.
Well, I think that there are people who periodically think that the data center market may be not strong. Forrest Norrod, CPU and GPU head, used the word tremendous demand this week. I mean, that doesn't sound like anything that's in cyclical decline.
So we had, this week is an important week in computing. It was the supercomputing conference, and we had a nice showing there. Right. It is one of those areas where I think you're going to see, basically secular growth in computing demands. Right. And you're going to do it in different ways. You're going to do it with some CPUs, some GPUs. some specialty chips as well. And the key is we want AMD to be at the center of that. And really, we view it as helping our customers unlock, what they're trying to do.
And these are the big ones, though. It's Microsoft, it's Azure, and Amazon. These are the most marquee accounts that you could have.
Absolutely. What we like to do is we like to develop our roadmaps with these, really top customers out 5 years out.
Right. Those are partnerships. Those are not make it and they will come.
That's right. These are how do we, change the world together. Right. That's what we're trying to do.
And I mention it because the notion of stickiness is something that I always thought about with Intel. Now, I've known you long enough. You've never thrown anyone under the bus. You actually never said a bad word about anybody, as opposed to, well. But we know that Intel put out a note yesterday which said that their supply is still constrained. Immediately, people are saying, well, what does it mean for AMD? How about we just step back and say, hypothetically, if a large competitor is supply constrained, that has to be good for anyone who has supply.
So let's talk a little bit about the market, and then I'll come back to this. The market for PCs.
You're allowed to say the word Intel.
I am?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Okay, so the market for PCs is actually a really good market. Okay, it's one of these markets. It's a $30 billion market for silicon. And you need high-end desktops, you need notebooks, you need commercial notebooks and desktops. That's what we build. That's what we build. And if you look at our track record, it's Ryzen in the PC space. We love Ryzen. It's a very, very balanced roadmap. And for the last 8 quarters, we've gained share every single quarter.
Which is really incredible.
So I view this as an opportunity for us to continue to satisfy this incredible demand. And we're still, on the cusp of really, showing what's possible. I'm really excited about the commercial PC market. I think that's a place where AMD technology can do very well. We do very well with consumers, so we're coming up on Black Friday and Christmas. Hey, if anyone's buying a PC, I wouldn't mind if they bought AMD.
But you should tell them what has AMD inside. The ones that they're probably the biggest nameplates.
You will see HPs, Dell, Lenovo, Asus, Acer. All of these guys have AMD in them. And if you want to build your own, a lot of the build your own PC guys, people like to tinker, buy one of our graphics cards and one of our Ryzen desktop processors, and you'll have a great system for gaming. Okay,
I want to talk about game for 1 second, which is that a lot of people think it's small. Jensen Huang was on earlier. I know you know Jensen very well. But it just seems like gaming gets bigger and bigger. It's a secular growth, very multi-billion-dollar, not niche business.
What is great about gaming is just how many people it touches. And, we're not talking about one type of gamer. We're talking about how do you touch billions of gamers. And you think, you can game on your mobile phone, you can game on your PC, you can game in the cloud, you can game in all of these places. And so we like to believe that we're a big part of that, with our gaming infrastructure. We're excited about game consoles.
Sure.
Game consoles is another place. With Sony and Microsoft that we're very well partnered. So yeah, gaming's a great market.
Well, you are a great engineer who is producing great product for a great market. Congratulations. Again, I'm going to mention $1.80 to $39. I don't know if anyone else has got that record. Thank you to Dr. Lisa Su. I still like to call you that. She's the president and CEO of AMD and a hero to many. Mad Money's back up to the break.
Thank you so much, Jim.
Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.